Welcome to the show! Today, we're unraveling the Odam-Thiele theory, which claims language isn't arbitrary but rooted in the geometric patterns of nature. Dr. Morgan, can you outline what sets this theory apart from traditional linguistic approaches like Saussure's arbitrariness or Pinker's adaptationist views?
Absolutely. Unlike Saussure, who argued linguistic signs are arbitrary, Odam-Thiele ties every letter and word to a triadic foundation: the shape, the sound, and the meaning. It's as if language is a kind of geometry where each element emerges from the forms, rhythms, and symbolism found in the natural world.
Fascinating. So, instead of seeing language as a random code, Odam-Thiele sees it as a structured system echoing nature's design. How does this connect to the idea of a primordial or Adamic language?
The theory posits that humanity's first language emerged directly from observing and imitating nature. Early humans, it suggests, didn't invent words arbitrarily. They mapped shapes, imitated sounds, and attached meanings, creating a universal linguistic geometry that's echoed in languages globally.
Let's delve deeper into this triadic model. The Odam-Thiele framework breaks each linguistic sign into shape, sound, and meaning. Can you illustrate how these three components interact, perhaps with a concrete example?
Certainly. Take the letter T. Its shape mirrors a tree, a vertical trunk with horizontal branches. The sound T, T, echoes the snapping of a twig. And meaning-wise, it's tied to ideas like stability and stillness. This triad forms the backbone of the symbol's communicative power.
That's illuminating. Does this pattern extend to other letters or symbols as well? For instance, how does S or O fit into this model?
Great question. S reflects a snake's curve, its hissing sound, and embodies continuity or flow. Think rivers or sequences. O, meanwhile, is a circle, sounded with an open oo, symbolizing cycles or wholeness. These aren't just visual mnemonics, they're sensory integrations, reinforcing meaning through multiple channels.
It's almost like language is a multi-sensory code, where each unit is a mini model of experience. Let's explore how this impacts word formation next. Building on the triad, Odam-Thiele introduces language algebra, where word meanings follow mathematical-like rules. Can you unpack this idea and give us an example from everyday language?
Of course, language algebra treats word construction as an interplay of positives and negatives, much like simple equations. For example, in, a negative prefix, plus visible, able to be seen, yields invisible, meaning not able to be seen. The negation isn't arbitrary, but systematically cancels the positive meaning.
That's intriguing. Does this idea generalize beyond prefixes to how we build and understand more complex expressions?
Indeed. The rules apply to suffixes, compound words, and even metaphors. For instance, adding "are" again to turn forms return, implying a cycle back. The model predicts that our brains process these constructions using an internal logic akin to algebra, combining, canceling, or reinforcing elements.
It's like words or equations, each component impacting the outcome. How might this shape our understanding of language, evolution, and cognition? Now, let's tackle the most profound claim. Odam-Thiele links language geometry directly to consciousness. How does this theory suggest our minds are shaped by these primal forms and patterns?
Odam-Thiele argues that consciousness itself is structured by the same geometric archetypes. For instance, we perceive verticality with letters like I or T, continuity via S, and cycles with O. These forms underpin not just words, but the very architecture of thought. Essentially, our minds use a kind of linguistic geometry to model reality.
That's a bold assertion. Are there parallels in cognitive science or philosophy that support this view, perhaps in embodied cognition or semiotics?
Definitely. Lakoff and Johnson's work, for example, shows how sensoromotor experiences ground abstract thought. Meanwhile, Peirce's semiotics triad aligns with the shape, sound, meaning model. Odam-Thiele synthesizes these, suggesting our symbolic systems aren't cultural accidents but evolved from universal perceptual templates.
So, beyond theoretical interest, could this approach transform how we teach language or understand cross-cultural communication?
Absolutely. If language taps into innate geometric archetypes, teaching methods could leverage visual and auditory analogies, making learning more intuitive. It could also explain why certain symbols are universally resonant. Think of the cross, spiral, or circle bridging cultures through shared cognitive foundations.